So, you've come to an understanding.
I don't want to hurt you, Cassie. But why are you here?
I'm here because I wanted us all to move on, and I hope that you wanted that too.
I do. But we can't move on until we're honest about our feelings, and I am trying to be. Finally.
Finally. After months of Richard asking you to be honest about your feelings, Josh asking you, me. Now you want to deal with them.
Yes, I do. Because I've seen how ignoring them and pushing them aside for the sake of everyone else, I now see what that has done to everyone.
This isn't about everyone, Reva. This is about you controlling things. About you putting everyone else's lives on hold until you can figure out yours.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but everyone's lives are on hold. If there are unresolved feelings between me and Richard, it affects Josh. And it affects you, Cassie. And I don't want to see you get hurt. Please believe me.
I don't know how to believe you. I mean, with everything that's happened the past few months, you know, you keep making it seem like it's for everyone else's sake, when it always seems to be about you, and this is
well,
exactly
no, I've been denying my feelings for Richard for too long, and yes, I have been making it about everything and everyone else.
So you want him?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So, okay, so nothing's changed. You still don't know what you want, but you want the world to stop until you figure it out. If you ever do.
I know that I should have dealt with this sooner. And I know that you all wanted me to be honest about my feelings. But let's be totally honest now, Cassie. Besides Richard, who really wanted to know? Because I think everyone just wanted this to go away.
No, you didn't want that, Reva, and you still don't. You're the one who can't let go.
Richard hasn't let go either.
Because you won't let him. Don't you see what this is doing to him?
What scares me the most is what this is doing to you, Cassie. Marrying Richard when
he's still in love with you. That's what you're thinking, so say it.
You deserve more. Don't marry him, Cassie. Please, just walk away.
No.
Why would Blake lie to me about writing a book? Doesn't make any sense at all.
Ross, how are you? Honey, get a table. I'm going to grab drinks.
Okay.
You knew, didn't you? You knew that Blake was Darlena Lacrosse. You have to tell me where she is. Harley, where is Blake?
How do you know that Blake wrote that book?
I figured it out. The point is, I know.
You figured it out?
Yes.
Everything?
Wait. Yes.
And what are you planning to do about this?
As soon as you tell me where she is, I am going to talk to her. And I'm going to ask her why she lied to Holly and to me about this insipid little book. And then I'm going to take my children back home where they belong, all right?
Wait a minute. Have you read Blake's whole book?
Yeah, no, not the whole book. I just read the first chapter. Why?
No reason. I gotta get a drink. My
No,
husband.
you don't, Harley. You know where she is.
Ross, I can't tell you where she is. I promised her that I wouldn't.
She has my kids. Blake and I need to get a few things straight.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more. But, you know, I did promise her that I wouldn't tell you. And I think it's way too late for you to be driving up to the Bauer cabin at this time of night.
The Bauer cabin.
Did I say that?
Thank you. Why did she do this?
You know what? You have to let her explain that. But, Ross, give her a chance.
I will.
Really, give her a chance.
What's going on? Come on.
I think I just gave Blake the chance to do something that she should have done all along. Tell the truth.
when the verdict is guilty.
We'll fight this thing all the way to the Supreme Court if we have to.
Nailing the real killer is everything.
You just put an innocent woman in jail for murder, and I will prove it.
Now there's only one hope left.
You think I killed Alec Wallace?
And what happens next is everything.
You will not blame this one on me, Margot.
As the world turns, weekdays.
I feel like a teenager always trying to steal away and make out with his girlfriend.
Do I sound like I'm complaining?
You might when I start sounding like a bad greeting card.
Oh, so I get sappiness too, huh?
For your entire life.
I like the sounds of that.
Good.
Hello? I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, we were just we're just glad that you could make it.
Well, I wouldn't want to disappoint the boss first night in town.
That is a very good idea. Philip Spaulding's table, please.
It's a pity we won't be working together, Jim. I understand you've moved on to greener, less developed pastures.
Yeah. I got that. Got it, guys. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you. So, was that shop talk that I was hearing?
Oh, sorry. I forgot. Tonight's about celebrating everyone's safe return.
And welcoming someone who is very responsible for that. I think we owe you a lot more than dinner.
And I'm sure you'll figure out a way to repay me.
An imaginary boyfriend.
Who she's now saying is the father of her child since Ross realized she was pregnant.
Wait a minute. She did all this because she thought that Ross and Holly were together.
Well, they are together now. Sort of. Because of all Blake's lying.
Blake is still her own worst enemy. Unbelievable. So what do you think is going to happen?
Well, what I hope is going to happen is that he will go up to the cabin, he will confront her, she will spill her guts about everything, he'll take her in his arms, he'll forgive her, and they'll live happily ever after. Something.
So what do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. All I know is that none of this stuff had to happen because when I think of these people and I think of all the time they've wasted and all their unsaid words, I just feel like so many things can happen to change everything so quickly. You know?
Everything's okay.
I know it is. And I know that everything will be okay for Blake, too. And she will realize that you cannot lie to the people that you love. Because the truth always comes out in the end.
Hey, guys. Darlene sent in her next chapter. Good.
Oh, Holly could only... Mistletoe. We had this conversation yesterday. How did our words get into Darlena's novel?
Ross, I know about that. And, you know what? I know that that's really similar, but...
Similar? It's practically verbatim. I mean, you can't tell me that this is any kind of coincidence.
You're right. It's not a coincidence. You caught me. I was just sitting here, you know, all by myself, and Darlena called. And she wanted me to tell Mom that she was gonna email this next Christmas chapter.
Darlena herself called him?
Yeah. Isn't that wild? I mean, and you know, me being such a big fan of hers, I just was babbling to her, and I was just on, and then suddenly I'm telling her all these stories, and I told her about the mistletoe that we did, and the next thing I know, she's emailing this chapter, and I'm reading it, and it's our words and our story in print. Isn't that amazing?
It's absolutely astonishing if that's exactly what happened.
Well, of course that's what happened. I mean, how else would our story wind up in Darlena's book?
Maybe she didn't write it. Maybe you did.
Why? Why is she incapable of telling me the truth? With Blake, it's just one lie after another. Big ones, little ones, white ones, medium ones, it just doesn't matter. But this time with the book, she wrote a book. It's a positive thing. Why the hell would she lie to me about that? I don't know. With Blake, it never ends. It just never ends.
Thanks for calling, Melanie. You're listening to Dr. Barbara Sills on WKGO's Loveline. And today's topic is learning from your mistakes. So, if you keep going back to what hurts you, if your lover's behavior has you muttering to yourself, wondering, what am I doing here? Give me a call.
No, thank you.
It can't hurt, and who knows? It might help. Call us at 1-800-555-TALK. That's 1-800-555-TALK. I'd love to hear from you.
It's okay, sweetie. It was just the wind. I promise. Why don't we put you back to bed? Oh, wait. Hold on one second.
Daddy,
Oh,
Daddy.
hello?
Daddy, Daddy.
Oh, no. Hi, Christiana. No, I'm fine. It's not Daddy. It's not Daddy, sweetie. Oh, sorry about that. The natives are restless here. No, I'm good, you know. Oh, I don't think I need a midwife yet. I still have a month, right? Oh, yeah, I'll call you if I feel anything strange. I promise. Thanks for checking in. Okay? All right. Bye-bye. Okay, let's get you to... Oh, mommy. Okay. That's okay. That's okay, right? We don't need to talk to anybody. We're going home tomorrow. You go to bed, okay? Mommy will take care of everything here. Go to bed, join your brother. I love you. Oh, that was lovely. Okay, never mind. We must finish the last chapter of Darlena's novel anyway, right? Christina, the pregnant wife, makes the ultimate sacrifice for Armand and walks away, letting Armand be with Clarissa forever, his one true love. The woman who's much better for him than she ever was. A woman who deserves him. Ross and Holly will have their happy ending.
Well, since we're waiting for Richard and Cassie, I think I'm going to have another. Oh, and Edmund, can I speak with you for just a moment?
Of course.
Have a scotch, please. Listen, I read your proposal for the project in San Cristobal. I was very impressed.
Thank you.
I was. Unfortunately, I think if we ended up following it, we'd spend about twice what we budgeted for the job.
Huh. Interesting. I spoke with Alan on the plane back, and he didn't seem to have a problem with it. In fact, he was quite enthusiastic about the proposal.
He's going to drive me crazy. You know what? Sometimes he forgets that I'm running things now. He shouldn't, but he does.
Ah. And that's something I shouldn't forget either, right? Well, Philip, this is all very new to me, working for someone else, and, well, I just want to assure you that I'll be up to speed as soon as I can.
So, how does Edmund like joining the common folk?
Oh, I think he's getting the hang of it.
I'm sure he is. Excuse us, won't you?
So, Philip, tell me, you trust this guy?
Edmund? The man who saved our lives?
Yeah, well, I realize he did that, but the question is, do you trust him?
Jim, don't worry. I know who Edmund is. I know his story. I know what he's capable of. I know what he did to his brother and tried to do to Reva.
Yeah, and now he's working for you.
Yes, but on a very short leash. If he tries anything funny, he gets a one-way ticket back to San Cristobal, where he spends the rest of his life in jail. I think Edmund gets the picture.
Yes, I need that delivered as soon as possible, please. Thank you. Richard, so good to see you.
Well, Edmund, how are you adjusting to your new life?
As exiles go, I think it'll turn out quite well. If I ever get bored, I'm sure
Unfortunately, you'll have to stay here. Today, tomorrow, and always.
Oh, you're not going to fix one of those tacky little homing devices on me, are you?
Just make good use of your privilege, Edmund.
I was kidding, Richard. I think a quaint, wholesome little town will be just the change of pace I need.
You don't have to pretend with me either.
Pretend? I'm serious, Richard. I can understand why you like this place.
I know how much you love San Cristobal, and you'll miss out.
Yes, well, them's the way the dice roll. That's what they say. Is that what they say? Oh, God, I'll never get used to American idiom. You look tired, Richard.
Yes, well, it must be the jet lag, eh?
No, I know that look. That's the look you get when the weight of the world is sitting on your mind. Or in this case, your heart. It's tripped you up again, hasn't it? You know, I saw a bit of opera today. You can talk to me.
Look, I'm in no mood for this, Edmund.
Oh, come on, Richard. This confession-happy culture we're living in, it might help us to... Just talk to me, Richard.
All right. You might be able to help after all.
That's better.
How do you do it?
Do what?
Not feel anything.
Richard has been through too much because of you, and I'm not just gonna walk away so you can hurt him again.
He needs to resolve these feelings as much as I do.
Where does Josh fit in all this? You keep saying this isn't about what you want. But do you even know anymore?
I wish more than anything that I could just snap my fingers and that all these feelings for Richard would disappear. I wish that I could wake up in the morning and say, I love Joshua Lewis and only Joshua Lewis. Because I want it to be him.
You want it to be him.
I love him with all my heart. And if we could go on with our lives together, I would. But we'll never be happy again as long as there's a doubt.
So you just want to clean up the gray area in your life and leave Richard to pick up the pieces of his, just like last time.
Richard needs to deal with these feelings. We need a chance to deal with the feelings that we have for each other, especially when ignoring them means hurting you.
I just want to know how this is going to work. That's it. You tell me, how are you going to get close to Richard without destroying him?
I don't know. But we have to explore it, otherwise we're all going to be living a lie.
What does explore mean, Reva? What, are you going to spend some time with them, have a few dates, sleep with them, and then figure it out?
I can't answer that.
Well, and what about Josh? Are your feelings for him just going to go away, or do you have to run back to Josh to make sure?
Now, look, I know that what I'm doing may mean I lose Joshua forever, and that is the last thing in the world I want, but it's a risk I have to take.
I cannot believe this is happening.
I know, but I couldn't ask Josh to wait around for me. He couldn't do it. And Cassie, you cannot wait for Richard.
What?
He doesn't love you.
I know that, okay? I know.
You keep saying that this is some kind of an arrangement, that this is about helping your kids and Richard's country.
That's right.
But I know you, Cassie. I hear you. I hear the way you talk about him, and I hear the way you defend him.
I just don't want to see him hurt again.
Yeah, well, this is worse than a loveless marriage.
Reva, drop it.
Cassie, you're in love with him, aren't you? Yes. I love him.
And we have another caller on the line. Hello?
Are you out there? Hello?
Well, I guess we've lost that caller.
No, I'm here. Dr. Sills, thank you for taking my call. My name is Ross. My name is Russell.
First time caller?
Yes. First time caller.
Well, Russell, how can I help you tonight?
Okay, basically, I am on my way right now as we speak to confront my ex-wife about lying to me yet again. I mean, it is truly habitual. She lies about big things. She lies about trivial things. In fact, I don't think she knows how to tell the truth anymore.
I guess that's why you're divorced, huh?
Oh, yes. Yes, I mean, her lies truly destroyed our marriage, and now it's getting in the way of my life yet again.
So you've been able to move on?
Yeah, I have moved on. I'm seeing this woman. She's a wonderful woman, and it's someone I can trust. And believe me, I am on the verge of having just a wonderfully normal life as opposed to the chaos that my wife has put me through.
You mean your ex-wife?
But now she's back with the lies and the drama and all of that, the whole thing, and I am just sick and tired of it, Doctor. I mean, you meet somebody. You meet somebody and you fall in love and you get married and you have children. You would think there would be a little honesty there, but believe me, that's the last thing I ever got from this woman.
Russell, I'm sorry to interrupt. I know you just need to vent here, but I was wondering something.
Yes, what is it?
Well, if you've really moved on from your ex-wife and you're tired of her hurting you, why are you on your way to see her?
One true love. The final chapter. All right, here goes. Armand looked like a movie star that night. As handsome as she had ever seen him. And yet, so sad. For it was tonight. Armand believed he'd be saying farewell to his beloved Clarissa. Forever. But Christina knew differently.
Our boat is about to leave, dear. Please, we have to get you home in time to have the baby.
Armand, wait.
We can't. The boat is ready to leave.
You're not going with me.
Well, of course I am. What are you talking about?
I can't do this to you. I love you more than I ever thought possible. But you love another.
Christina.
Armand, you belong with Clarissa. She'll make you happy. And that's all I ever wanted, was for you to be happy.
I don't believe this. You're letting me go?
It's what you do when you love someone.
No, Blake. It's not. Christina doesn't want to say goodbye to me. And neither do you.
I knew it. But you won't tell him.
You cannot say a word to him.
Cassie, listen to yourself. You won't even tell the man how you feel, and yet you're planning on spending the rest of your life with him?
Well, they're my feelings to tell. And if you do it for me, I will never forgive you. Can't you look past your own needs and acknowledge the fact that there might have been something going on or said between me and Richard? And you just can't call and be a part of this? No, you cannot say anything. If you do, it'll be the worst betrayal. Reva, give me your word.
I do, but Cassie, you have to deal with this.
I've been dealing with this. By marrying him? When he can't possibly love you back? Can we not talk about me, please? Let's talk about Richard. Because you seem to think that he's going to be mourning you for the rest of his life.
No, that's not what I said.
You think that he can't go on without you?
No. Not as long as there's these unresolved feelings between us, no. None of us can move on until we deal with it, Cassie. You know that.
I know that he has feelings for you, and he probably always will, because you were married, you're the mother of his child. You had a very passionate relationship, okay?
Then you have to understand why this has to be resolved. Once and for all.
You can't tie up feelings nice and neatly. You know, there isn't always an end to them or a resolution. No matter what you do, sometimes you just have to move on. It just takes time.
And falling in love with someone else. That's what you're hoping Richard will do. That he'll fall in love with you someday.
You don't know where Richard is in his life right now.
What do you mean?
He was getting on with his life. I saw him happy. More and more each day, he was happy. And I know that we could have a wonderful life together. He cares about me, Reva. And I was helping him move on.
Now you sound like Olivia.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
Don't be, because you know this is all about your feelings, so.
How did this happen, Cassie? How did we drift so far apart? I don't know. I miss you. I miss you too. I know that we can't work this all out today. But tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Can't we just put the problems aside for one day? For Christmas.
I assure you, brother, I'm quite capable of feeling pleasure, pain, and love. Of course, sorry. I'm just not so foolish to let them get the better of me.
All right, Edmund. So which analogy are you going to use of father's this time? How about the one about the water faucet and how it controls the flow of water?
Know when to shut it off, yes. I was always quite impressed by father's household fixture metaphors.
You are not father, Edmund. You never were. And perhaps being away from San Cristobal
will help me get a new identity, eh? Stop looking so pained, Richard. You did what needed to be done. You even threw in some compassion. It was annoying, really.
Edmund, I think you just paid me a compliment.
Well, it's something you need to do more of.
What's that? Show more compassion?
Oh, please. Decisiveness, authority, control.
Right, so
you were exhibiting so much promise for a while
So
there.
much for compliments, eh, Edmund?
Well, this marriage of convenient thing was a master stroke. And then the siren call of Reva beckoned again. I mean, that was the pressing family matter that brought you to San Cristobal, wasn't it? The weight on your heart? Richard, whom are you going to choose?
Actually, Richard's public relations people did a hell of a job of spinning this thing. Having Edmund on the project from a distance makes it look like everything is very agreeable. And, of course, we get somebody on the project that knows San Cristobal's economy better than anybody, with the exception of Richard. So it works out. Jim?
What?
Why are you asking so many questions about Edmund?
Because, Philip, you know what, the hell with him. I already lived up to my end of the deal. There's something that you should know.
What?
Okay? When I was up there in the mountains with Edmund, I saw a lot. And let me assure you that he did not help save you and Beth out of the goodness of his own heart.
Well, I'm not surprised.
And what I did notice up there was that his little revolution was running out of gas. So I made him a deal. Told him if he helped me save these very important people, that I'd make him come out of it looking like a hero.
An offer he couldn't refuse.
Yeah, well, something like that.
Well, Jim, thank you for saving our lives.
No, Philip, that's not what I said. I didn't want any...
I know that's not what you meant, but thank you. While I'm at it, listen, I think I was wrong about you from the beginning. I do make the occasional mistake.
Well, Philip, I wasn't a prince either, you know. That was a poor choice of words.
Well, not if we're talking about Edmund.
You know, man, I think it was just the idea of you that I hated. You know, the history that you have with Beth and the fact that you're working so closely with her now and you're all around her, but I want you to know I'm over that completely. It is in the past, and that's where I'm going to keep it. I'm just happy that you and Beth are friends. Here we go, another one of life's great mysteries. Why do women always go to the bathroom in pairs? I have no idea.
Trade secrets?
Trade or
I don't
trade?
know.
A package was delivered for Miss Beth Reyes.
Thank you. A package. Well, I wonder who sent this.
Cards. A videotape.
Why do you care anymore? Why can't you just let it go? I mean, this relationship with your ex sounds pretty toxic. You always end up getting hurt, right?
Yes, I do.
And yet you keep going back for more no matter how many times she does it. I think this woman's mastered getting you to chase after her. She cooks up all these dramas and lies, knowing you're going to be at her doorstep like the morning paper. Your ex-wife is clearly a manipulative woman who doesn't care about anyone but herself.
Look, Doctor, no offense, but how can you know these things with just a 5-minute conversation? I mean, you don't know me or her or our relationship. You don't know any of the specifics.
Well, I do know this, Russell. You're still in love with her.
Next caller, please.
You can't just say goodbye. You've never loved anyone the way you love Ross.
I probably never will.
Your mother and Ross have been together only a matter of weeks. If they break up, Holly will get over it. She has always wanted to see you happy.
It's not about time. It's about what a relationship means to someone. This means something to my mother and to Ross. He wants it.
Does he? He doesn't know how he feels. He doesn't know that you are carrying his child. He doesn't even know how he feels about Holly.
He said that they have a very good thing together.
And what does that mean?
It doesn't matter what it means. If he gives us another chance, I take that chance away from my mother. I can't do that. You have no idea what she's been through.
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, that's right, you do. So you know about all of her disappointments, especially this last year. Everybody who's left her, who's walked away. Her life has been so hard when it comes to relationships.
You think Ross is the man that she needs? What if he doesn't love her?
How couldn't he? My mother's amazing. She's wonderful. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's always been good to him. Something that I haven't been. And now they'll be good to each other.
I know that you love your mother.
She was my best friend. You have no idea how important my relationship with her is to me. It was so awful way back when we were fighting over Ross. I don't want to do that again. It took us so long to get to this point. Or at least to the point before all of this happened.
And what about your baby? It will never know that Ross is its father.
I've made up my mind.
Oh, I don't think so. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I have made up my mind. This is how the story ends. Christina sacrifices for Armand, and she walks away with her unborn child.
Blake.
Please. Let me finish this. Help me. Goodbye, Armand. Thank you for everything. For all the memories. For giving me the most wonderful love I will ever know.
Goodbye, Christina. I will never forget you.
Oh, my God.
It's a contraction. I'm not due for a month. That can't be. Oh, God. I'm going into labor.
It's a wedding planning video from Springfield Bridal.
Well, how did they know that you two were going to be here tonight? How did they know you two were engaged in the first place?
Aggressive marketing, I guess.
I guess good news travels fast. Well, we got a lot to do. What else is there?
Would you care to tell me what you're up to?
What do you mean?
That look that you get when you're entertaining some private joke.
Private joke?
Yes.
No, nothing sinister, brother, I assure you.
Edmund?
Nothing is going on, Richard. Except I think I'll skip out on the rest of tonight's festivities. Please say hello to your lovely new bride for me, whoever she may be. And since we probably won't see one another, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Edmund.
Cassie, we need to be together for Christmas. Archie and Tammy need to be with their cousins. Can we just put this all aside just for the day? For the kids?
Didn't you just get finished saying how pretending is hurting everyone? Isn't that what we'd be doing? You know, pretending like nothing happened, like these past few months didn't happen.
This is different. I gotta go. I gotta meet Richard. I love you. I don't want us to spend the holidays apart. I gotta go. We have too much has happened. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Cassie.
Why am I doing this? Why am I going after Blake?